All right, and we're up. And how you doing? Coming to you here from Indiana. I'm just messing around because I don't have anything better to do. My name's Matt. I live in West Central Indiana and have been doing radio here and there for quite a few years, and I still do it. I actually do it as a part-time gig, and in addition to doing other things as well. But I thought I would just dabble around with this because, like I said, I don't have anything better to do. So don't try not to be too hard on me if you can help it. I did want to check this video out. I haven't even bothered to look at it here, but kind of wanted to see what it was all about.
His repeated outbursts led to his eventual removal from the president's joint address, as we now know. Let's replay that for our audience now.
Good morning. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
Out you go.
And he doubled down on defending his behavior yesterday before this morning's censure.
I heard the speaker when he said that I should cease. I did not, and I did not with intentionality. It was not done out of a burst of emotion. I was emotional about it. I would do it again.
I'm sure
I have
you
to
would.
be candid with you. I'm not trying to in some way insult you. This is a matter of principle. This is a matter of conscience.
Republican Congressman James Comer of Kentucky joins us now, chairman of the Oversight Committee. How did that sit with you? Welcome.
Not well, but it's par for the course with Representative Green. I mean, that was clearly a stunt, but to stand up and disrupt the president's address to Congress, that was bad enough, but to wave your cane and try to invoke a scene of violence like you're fighting and all of that's just not where America wants to see our Congress behave. I mean, you can have disagreements with the president. You can boo the president. You can stand and you don't clap. But standing up and disrupting it and waving a cane, that's unacceptable. And the House did appropriate action today by formally censuring him. And I'm glad that 10 Democrats joined with us.
And we took away his cane.
Do you think this will curb more behavior like that?
I hope so, but more than likely it'll probably encourage more bad behavior because when I have outbursts in the Oversight Committee, and I had one yesterday with Representative Pressley,
she's a brilliant piece of work.
By going on MSNBC and the other liberal networks, and that's unfortunate because you're making a toxic environment even more toxic when the American people expect us to agree on things like reducing wasteful spending and trying to have peace around the world. But these are the issues where the Democrats are creating most of the chaos to try to disrupt Congress.
Well, yesterday, another very dramatic scene playing out on Capitol Hill. Congressman, House Oversight Republicans ripped into 4 Democratic sanctuary city mayors in a hearing. The lawmakers brought up violent crime and massive sums of taxpayer money spent to accuse the city leaders of having blood on their hands. One example of crime came when this newly released video out of Denver was brought up at that hearing. You can see ICE agents chasing down and arresting a suspected member of the violent Venezuelan gang, Tren de Aragua. The incident came after a Denver jail was forced to release the suspect because of the city's sanctuary policies. ICE then...
Now, as I understand it, they had this dude in custody. Well, first of all, I think he'd been released more than once, but they had him in custody this time for over 300 days, like some ridiculous, well, over a year, I believe. And I said, well, you get ready to release him, give us 48 hours notice so we can, pick him up. They gave him an hour's notice, and then just chucked him out the door, and they had to chase him down in the parking lot, and he assaulted the ICE agents. It's like, and then the mayor sits in there and tries to somehow defend that kind of behavior
him in public, where he assaulted officers. That scene led to this tense exchange with Denver's Mayor Mike Johnston.
Did you release them to the streets? You release them to ICE?
What we do, sir, is we release him from our county jail, and we coordinate with ICE on that release time and release date so that ICE can come and pick them up from that location.
You can say, hey, what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to hold him. You come in and bring 2 officers in, and you turn him over there. Why not do it that way?
We have a city ordinance.
You know why you don't do it that way?
We have a city ordinance that governs.
Because you're a sanctuary city. This is the whole point.
And that wasn't the only fiery moment from the hearing, including progressive Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley also getting into it with you.
It's total absolute. They are not making America safer again. And what they are doing is terrorizing immigrant families. That is what they
Why
are
do we
doing.
keep calling them immigrants
Data
and
from Texas shows
undocumented
and commit more rape and murder than immigrants?
Listen, this trend of you
Data
all
from
trying to get
Texas
thrown out of
shows
committee
that
so you can get on
US-born
MSNBC
Americans
is going to
commit
end.
more
We're not
rape.
going to put up with it.
This is my
Chair recognizes
procedural
Mr.
right as a
Subramaniam.
member of this committee
You can
to
go.
enter documents
You can go with
into the
Mr.
record.
Frost and Mr.
I am
Green.
reclaiming my time.
That's
You
what
do
you
not
want.
get to
No. Ms. Presley,
how
I've been
I
very.
recite the
I have
articles
been very
for the
accommodating
record.
to you, Mr. Subramaniam.
And I take particular umbrage as a survivor of sexual violence. I will enter into the record. This is my right. Thank you.
No.
That was a congressman. Your thoughts?
It's like
on
an
that?
episode of Cops.
Look,
I know my
It
rights.
wasn't her turn to speak.
actually,
Everyone's
you don't.
watched congressional hearings. Everybody gets equal time. You rotate between Republicans and Democrats. She kept interrupting. She wanted to be thrown out. She wanted to have that
What
viral
is it
moment.
with the left?
And it makes it impossible to govern in
Loud,
this toxic
they have to
environment when you have
interrupt.
these liberal Democrats that are disrupting. That was a serious substantive hearing
never really say
about
anything
sanctuary
of value.
cities and who's paying for this and the threat to our ICE officers who are trying to go into
They're
these
not really
sanctuary
for
cities
anything
and
either.
deport
They're
the
against
criminal
everything.
illegals. And what you showed there in
And
Denver was
everybody.
the mayor intentionally let that criminal alien out and forced ICE to have to catch him on the street instead of transferring them in a prison. I mean, that puts our ICE agents' lives at risk. That creates a public safety hazard. What if they had gotten into a shootout or somebody had stolen a car and people get killed on the streets? That is all because you have these liberal mayors that are pandering
I wonder who those people are in the
to
background
the illegal
there.
populations
Keep
they have
themselves
in
on
their
the
cities
news
now
there.
and pandering to their liberal base. And the American people are fed up with it. They want Congress to secure the border and to deport the criminal illegals. And that's what that hearing was about yesterday. And the Democrats try to make it about something else.
And what we heard in the election, where people on the left and the right are fed up with this, what is happening in their cities, coast to coast. Congressman, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Wasn't that the same dude just walked by? Maybe not. All right. Well, hey, if you want to, like and subscribe. Like I said, this is just me horsing around right now. So, don't be too harsh.